ಕುಮಾರ್ ರೈತರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಲ್ಲೆ.
Good morning.
ಅನುಗಪ್ಪ.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Whether we have given the question answers of self-reliance? Whether we have given the question answers of self-reliance?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Self-reliance not given. A soldier's son?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. If also not given. A letter from mother not given. Okay. And Suvarna Siddhi and Chakradhar, that also we have to give. Total 2 points, 2 lessons, 1 supplement reading we have to give. Okay. 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 Today we will start another lesson, that is the blind dog. The blind dog. So, which is written by R.K. Narayan. Okay. So, this lesson was written by R.K. Narayan. Is anyone know about R.K. Narayan? Okay. So, R.K. Narayan's full name, Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer. Okay. Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer. R.K. Narayan. Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer. Okay. Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer and full name Narayana Swamy. His name also Narayana Swamy. So that is written as a short Narayan. Okay. So he was born on 10th October 1906. Born on 10th October 1906. Okay, 10th October 1906. And died on 13th May 2011. Okay, so this is what introduction of about R.K. Narayan. Okay, he was an Indian writer, and he was, very famous for his work of about Malgudi. Okay, so Malgudi is an imaginative village. Okay, so he written story on this village. So the story name called as Swami and his friends. Okay, Swami and his friends. Swami and his friends. Okay. Okay. So later, okay. So this is just simply, about that, introduction of about R.K. Narayan. He written so many stories, and he won so many awards like Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri, okay, Padma Vibhushan, okay, so many awards also he written, and he was also a most remarkable writer of Indian English. Okay, so this is what R.K. Narayan's introduction. Now, what happens? Obviously, we will, just all will. The people used to keep the animals. So somewhere used to keep the cats, somewhere used to, some birds, somewhere used to, keep some pets as a dog or anything. Okay, so like that, here the story is of about a blind dog. Okay, so now here we will go for the free reading task, and we will go for the lesson later. So read this passage at your home before it is narrated to you in class. Follow carefully your teacher's narration, then answer her question. Okay. People love animals and keep them as pets. So obviously people love animals, and see, they used to keep them as a pets. So take dogs, for example, dogs are well fed. Okay, so what they will do? So just think that someone has taken dog as a pet. So now what they will do? Dogs are well fed. Okay, so they will feed it well. Next, they were bathed, they were groomed, and taken out for walks and even rides also. So this is what how people behave with the pets. How take care of about pets. So even they were used to feed them. Okay, obviously we will know that anything they will use to feed the dogs, and they will use to bath the dogs, as well as they used to groom their dogs also. Their masters get them good medical care. If even they were unhealthy, so their masters will take care of their health, and they will take to them to their hospitals and everything. In the end, they are sometimes put to sleep to help them escape the pangs of death. Okay. In the end, they are sometimes put to sleep to help them escape the pangs of death. Okay. So sometimes they, at the end, okay, so they used to allow it to sleep. Okay. So escape from the pangs of death. So there are also people who keep animals to make them work for them, and some of them, some of the human beings, they will put or keep the pets to help them. Okay, such animals are also there: sheep, goats, or donkeys. So they will use, they will kept by the human beings to help them. Okay, donkey, what it will do? So it will carry the weight on its back. So like that, because of that, in the past, so many people used to keep the donkey as a pet. Okay, so some will used to keep the horse as a pet, because horse will help them to travel from place to place. So he says that for some of, for their help also, some people used to keep the animals. He says there are also people who keep animals to make them work for them. They feed them well to keep them strong. And some pets, some animals they kept as a pet because they used to feed them. Okay, and they want to be strong by eating them. Okay, such as some will hen. Okay, some will used to keep that sheep or goats. Okay, later they will eat their sheep, sorry, their mates or everything. Have you heard of, sorry, have you heard of SPCA? What is the meaning of SPCA? The Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. So there was a society in, in or in India or in everywhere. So that will take care of about the animals. Okay, if any animals, any human beings, they were treated them as a cruel. Okay, so they behaved with them as a cruel one. So then that they will put the case on that human being, and they will give them summons also. Sometimes some human beings or some men, they used to pay penalty for that also. Okay, so that's why so the animals are not used nowadays in the films as really, or they will not hurt them. Okay, it says we must not treat animals cruelly. Okay, that society SPCA tells that. So man or human beings not to treat that animals as a cruel one. Okay, we See, we don't behave with that animals cruelly. In this story, some people help a poor mongrel to run away from its cruel master. Know what happens? In this story, some people, okay, they help that poor mongrel, okay, to run away from its master who was very cruel. So here was a man. He used to keep a dog with him. Okay, that man was a very cruel one. So now some people helps the dog. Okay, to escape from that cruel master. But the poor things come back to him and falls into his clutches again. But at the last, in the end of the story, that unfortunate of the dog again it came to the same master only. Okay, somehow that master got it again. This is the story of the blind dog. Okay, so now I'll go for the story. Ready? Read the story at home before it is read in the class. Follow carefully your teacher's model reading. Read the story at home to improve your reading ability. Now, it was not a very impressive or high class dog. Now, see, that Arkenaran is trying to explain about the dog, how dog was. It was not a very impressive or a high class dog. It is not an impressive or a high class dog like a dog, a Dorothy or like a Julie or any kind or Dorby or such a not a, that kind of a dog. It's an ordinary dog. Okay, it was one of those commonplace dogs one sees everywhere. Color of white and dust, tail mutilated at a young age by God knows whom. Okay, what happens? So that was the commonest dog what we will used to watch in the streets. Okay, and see what happens. Its color was a white and dust. Okay, the tail was mutilated. Mutilated means someone used to make it as a see that cut. They have cut that tail or the tail was a small one. Okay, so they made that tail as a small one. So now what happens? But don't see anyone see. No one was not known of a voter who made it as a short one or mutilated the tail of that dog, but it having a mutilated tail. So born in the street and bred on the earnings and garbages. Okay. So now of the marketplace. So what it obviously born in the streets. Okay, and it used to earn the food from the garbages of the marketplace. Okay, there is a street dog, so that used to go in the market. Okay, some people used to throw some food nearer to that garbage. The dog used to eat that food, and in this way it's grown. Now what happens? He had spotty eyes and undistinguished carriage and needless see pugnacity. Now what happens? He had spooty eyes. Okay, so that dog having a spotty eyes, a very small or a eyes. It's having a it's having a spotty eyes and undistinguished carriage. Okay, and needless pugnacity. Okay, so these things are the dog having. Okay. So pugnacity means that kalatana. Okay. So that it's used to spotty eyes means eyes which used to find out some hide eyes like Pavitra. What are you doing there? Okay. So now, before he was 2 years old, he had earned the cash of 100 spies on his body. When he needed rest on hot afternoons, he lay curled up under the culverts at the eastern gate of the market. Now, so before to reach the 2 years only. So whenever the dog was a small one, so that used to fight with so many other street dogs. Okay, so it having so many scars. Scars means that what marks of fighting. So that had so many that earned the dog earned so many scars, hundreds of fights on his body. When the dog needs rest, whenever the dog needs rest in the summer season or afternoons of the summer season or afternoon of a hot season, so at that time it used to go under the culvert. So what is the meaning of culvert? Okay, so culvert means the place, tunnel. Okay, a kind of tunnel. So if you watch that, the pipe, okay, it's kind of pipes, huge pipes of cement. Okay, so under that, it used to go and so take the rest. So that culvert was nearer or at the eastern gate of that market. So that market was having so many gates. Okay, that market having so many gates. So the eastern gate of the market, there was some culvert. Okay, so under that culvert, it used to go and take rest in the afternoon. In the evenings, he set out on his daily rounds. So this is what the work of that dog. Every day evening, it is it used to go for the surroundings, okay, or roundings. So loafed in the surrounding streets and lanes, engaged himself in skirmishes. So what it will used to do? So it used to go in the wander in the streets. So now what it will do in the streets? So it will go and skirmishes. Okay. So skirmy means what? Skirmy means so kadadudu. Okay. Fight with other dogs. Picked up the edibles. So picked up edibles. So what is the meaning of edible? Edible means the food. Okay, so it used to go rounds in the streets. Okay, and it's try to engage himself in many fightings with others and dogs, and it used to pick some food from that place or roadside, and was and was back at the market gate by nightfall. Again, it collected the food, okay, and it reaches the gate of that market, market, and again it stay in that culvert in the night. So this is what the daily rotation of that dog. So what it was used to do? So just it born in the street, okay. So it used to earn the food from the garbages, okay, of the market. So what did you usually do? See, before the 2 years only, the dog got many scars of fighting. See, it used to fight with many dogs, and it's having numbers of scars on its body. So when it need rest in the afternoon, so there was a culvert. Culvert means I have already given it. It's kind of tunnel. Okay, so which is nearer to the eastern gate of that market. So the dog used to go there and used to take a rest under that culvert in the afternoon session. So after the afternoon, in the evening, what it will do? So it will go for the rounds in the streets, okay, and it it goes engage himself with skirmishes. Skirmishes means fight, okay. So a little bit quarrel with other dogs or things. Picked up edibles. Edibles means the food, thing which you used to feed or eat. So what the things available to eat for that dog on roadside. Just it try to take it. So then what happens? So many other dogs also present there, and see all dogs each fight each other to get that food. So this is what it's a daily routine. So after getting that food, it back to its market gate by nightfall. Whenever it night, so it came back to its living place, the market area. So this is what daily routine of that dog. This life went on for 3 years, and then occurred a change in his life. Now what happens? So almost this is the life routine of the dog. Almost 3 years went in this way only. Okay, so like that, it spent used to spend 3 years, and sudden occurred change in the life of the dog. What is that change? A beggar, blind of both eyes, appeared at the marketplace. See, that's why I haven't given any explanation about the blind dog. I haven't said that the dog was blind. I haven't said it. See whether you observed my words. So I haven't said that the dog was a blind. Okay. So the dog was having eyesight, but here there was a beggar, okay, who was not having a eyes. Now author R.K. Nanan compared him to the dog. Okay, so now go for it, and you will get that why he compared him with the dog or everything. The dogs, see, sudden changes occurred in the life of a dog. A beggar, blind of both eyes, appeared at the marketplace. Now, after the 3 years, a beggar who was not having 2 eyes. Okay, actually he was not having any eyesight. So that beggar was appeared in that market yard or market place. An old woman led him up there early in the morning, seated him at the gate, and came up again at the midday with some food, gathered his coins, and took him home at night. What happens? So every day, an old lady used to come with that beggar. Okay, just she hold his hand, and she bring him nearer to that gate, and she allowed him to sit nearer to that gate. Okay, and after leaving him, she went back to his home. And in the afternoon session or in the midday, she used to come with some food, and she used to give it to that blind man. And when she given that food, and she collected all the coins what that beggar had, and she taken that coins, and she used to go to home. And again she came in the evening, and she used to take him to the home at night. So this is what the beggar's daily routine. An old lady or woman, she used to bring him nearer to that market gate. Okay, so just she allowed to sit him there only, and she back to his her home. So in the afternoon, she used to come with some food, and she used to gather his coins and took him home at night again. So this is the routine of the beggar. The dog was sleeping nearby. He was stirred by the smell of food. He got up, came out of his shelter, and stood before the blind man, wagging his tail and gazing expectantly at the bowl. As he was eating his sparse meal. Okay, now what happens? Usually, that dog was used to sleep nearby that man, that blind man or beggar, where he used to sit nearby of that place only. That dog was used to sleep. Now, whenever he got the food, whenever he got the food to eat, the dog came out from its shelter by getting the smell of that food. Okay, so whenever that blind man opened his food, So by getting the smell of that food only, see that dog used to come out from that shelter. Okay, now what happens next? The blind man stretched his arms about and asked, "Who is there?" Now what happened? So just that dog came nearer to that man and started, breathe. The dog, just it will what it will do. So it will open its tongue and it will breathe, deeply. So like that, the dog was making some sound. By hearing that sound, now just he swept his arms about and asked, "Who is there?" So that blind man just he swept his hands near to about and asked, "Who is that?" At which the dog went up and licked his hand. Now the just when he asked such a question, the dog went up nearer to him and that used to weep his hand or lick his hand. The blind man stroked his coat gently from the tail to ear and said, "What a beauty you are! Come with me." He threw a handful of food, which the dog ate gratefully. Now what happens? That blind man just, he touched that dog, okay, just gently. She just that, dog, blind dog. Sorry, the dog just touched, that man with its tail. Now when he got that, tail, touch, he said that, "What a beauty you are." See, and he offered that dog to come with him, or he asked that dog to come near to him. He threw a handful of food. So now he's having some food. Just he taken one hand. So whatever it's possible to take that from that hand, he's taken that food and he threw to that dog. Okay, the dog. See now, which the dog ate gratefully. Now he just threw the one handful of food. Just the dog eaten that food gratefully. It was perhaps an auspicious moment for starting a friendship. Now this is what the auspicious moment of the starting of a friendship between that blind dog and the blind beggar and the dog. Okay, so the blind beggar and the dog. Now, see, a kind of friendship was started between a blind beggar and a dog. Okay, how friendship was developed in between that blind man or blind beggar and dog. So what happens? Where the blind beggar used to sit in the market. So nearer to that place only, the dog used to sleep. When an old lady came and given him some food, so when he used to eat that food, at that time, see, by getting a delicious smell of that food, the dog came nearer to him and stood in front of him and started making some sound. By hearing the sound and by getting the touch of its tail, so now beggar asked, "Who is this?" So now by hearing the sound of it, okay, he got that it was an animal or dog. Just he threw a handful of food to it. Now the dog eaten that food gracefully. In this way, friendship was developed in between the blind man and the dog. Now what happens next? They met every day there, and the dog cut off much of its rambling to sit up beside the blind man and watch him receive the alms morning to evening. Now, simple. So now all the routine of a dog was changed now. Usually it used to go, to wander for the food. Now the blind man or blind beggar giving food to eat. Now what happens? It's used to sit nearer or beside that blind man only every time, and it used to watch the man or from morning to evening. It used to sit with that blind man and used to watch the people who wander from that place. Just he used to watch the people who used to rambling there. Now, in course of time, observing him, the dog understood that the passers-by must give a coin, and whoever went away without dropping a coin was chased by the dog. He tugged the edge of their clothes and pulled them back to the old man at the gate, and let go only after something was dropped in his bowl. No. So that's why we say that a dog was a faithful animal. Now what happens? See, just that blind man or a beggar, given a handful of food to that dog. The dog just is given back some other things to that, blind beggar. Now, see, by sitting near to him only, the dog understood that. So the people will used to pass from that place, and who used to pass from that place, they used to throw some coins in his container or a cap or anything. So just it realized that. So the people who passes from that place, everyone has to throw a coin. If anyone was not given any coin or anything to him, if they passed away from that place silently without giving anything, the dog used to chase them, and it hold its that person's cloth, and it push him back to that place. When he gives the coin only, it allows him to go there. So this is what now the dog helping that blind beggar in this way. Okay. So again, I will read it for you. That watch it. Okay. They met every day there, and the dog cut off much of its rambling to sit up beside the blind man and watch him receive alms morning to evening. In course of time, observing him, the dog understood that the passerby must give a coin, and whoever went away without dropping a coin was chased by the dog. He tugged the edge of their clothes and pulled them back to the old man at the gate. And let
ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಮಮ್ಮಿ ಹೋಗೋಣ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚಿದೆ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಾನು ನಿನ್ನೆನೆ ತೊಳೆದಿದ್ದೆ ದೀಪ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಒಗೆಯಕ್ ನಿಂತೆ
ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಮೈಕ್ ಆನ್ ಐತಿ, ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಒಗಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳ ಕತಿ. Okay. So what happens? No. Okay. The dog used to, bring back the people, passerbys who went without giving any coins. Just he hold their cloth and it, bring back them to put some coins in his bowl. Among those who frequented this place was a village urchin who had the mischief of a devil in him. Okay, now what happens? Among those who frequently this place was a village urchin. So now, what is the meaning of a urchin? Okay, sorry. Okay, means culprits, thief. Okay. So many people will, passerbys will pass from that place. Among of them, there was a village urchin or a thief was there, who had the mischief of a devil in him. Now, who behaves with badly with that blind beggar. So what happens? So the blind beggar used to beg there. Okay. So he collected the coins, or he got the coins from the passerby people. Now, of that group, one village thief used to came there, and he just disturbed him, or he was like a devil to that blind beggar. Now, why he was the devil? What he used to do with that blind man? So we will read it. He liked to tease the blind man by calling him by calling him names and by trying to pick up the coins and in his bowl. Now, just that village thief, he used to tease that beggar, and he used to call with him with other names, and he used to take try to take coins from the bowl of that beggar. The blind man helplessly shouted and cried and wailed his staff. Now, that blind man was helplessly shouted. So when he taken the coins from his bowl, just that blind was helpless. He was unable to do anything. Just he started shouting or crying and wailed his staff. So on Thursday, this boy appeared at the gate carrying on his head a basket loaded with cucumber or a plantain. Now what that thief, village thief. So every Thursday he used to came there, and what he used to carry a basket on his head with cucumber or a plantain. Every Thursday afternoon, it was the crisis in the blind man's life. Every Thursday, that boy, the thief, village thief, has to came there, and he used to, bring some basket of cucumber or anything to that market. While he was going back to his village in the afternoon, just he used to take some coins from the bowl of that beggar. In this way, he was hurting that beggar. So that's why he was like a devil to the beggar. Now, next, what happened? So it happens every Thursday, okay, afternoon. A seller of bright colored but doubtful perfumes with his wares mounted on a wheeled platform. A man who spread out cheap storybooks on a gunny sack. Another man who carried colored ribbons on an elaborate frame. These were the peoples who usually gathered under the same arch on a Thursday when the on a Thursday when the young man appeared at the eastern gate. One of them remarked, "Blind fellow, here comes your scourge." Okay, scourge means what? What is the meaning of scourge? Okay, scourge means the person who used to, create some problems to others. That is called as a problem. Those person who used to make the problems for others, that person is called a scourge. Okay. Now this is a what? Scourge. Now, what happens actually? Another two persons used to, sit nearer to that place only. One was a person who used to sell the books and gunny sacks, and another one who used to sell the colored ribbons and elaborate frames. So that two people, obviously, they used to sit near that beggar only to sell that things. So every Thursday, that village thief used to came there. Now, whenever that book seller or that ribbon seller, they used to watch that thief. So they have to give used to give the instructions to that thief that he's a that he's a robber, or he's scourge who used to came there. Just they said that that blind fellow man, that that man has came to scourge has came to that place. Just they used to instruct him. So now what happens in the fourth para, we will watch in the next class. The simple thing is there. You have to get it very easily. So first he says that what was the routine of that what was the routine of that dog? And so it was the routine of that blind beggar, okay, who used to bring him to that market, and who used to give the food every day in the evening session, and who take him to the home, and where the beggar was used to sit and beg. Okay, so how the people use in walk in front of him, or they used to give him, everything will be explained. And now a, a man suddenly enters into the story, who was who was used to be a devil of or devil to that blind beggar, what he used to do. Okay, that's all were mentioned here. Okay, now in the beginning of the story, now blind we will show the pity towards the that blind beggar, but in the second half that kind of the story is different. Okay, thank you.
ಸಂಗಮೇಶ್ರೀ ಇದನ್ನ ಕಾಪಿ ಸರ್ ಕೈ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಇದು ಕಾಪಿ ರೀ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಹೊಂದ್ರಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಶೀಟ್ ನೀವು ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ನೀವು ಮುಗಿತೀರಿ. ಕಾಪಿ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಪೆಂಡ್ರೈವ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಸರಿ. ಸರಿ ಅದು ಚಲೋ ಐತ್ರಿ. ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹಾಕ್ರಿ.
Good afternoon, students. Okay, motion and time, isn't it? So motion means what? Motion means change with time of the position is called motion. Motion are divided into three types. Which are the three types of motion? Rectilinear motion, circular motion, and periodic motion. Periodic or oscillatory motion. The rectilinear motion means the motion of the object along a straight line. So that is rectilinear. Circular motion means the motion of the object such that distance from the fixed point remains the same. So that is circular motion. And periodic motion means motion of the object is repeat itself for some time. So that is periodic motion. And also yesterday we have discussed about speed. The speed means distance covered by the object in the unit time, in the fixed time. So that is speed. We can calculate speed by using formula. Speed is equal to total distance covered by total time. Okay, so using that formula, we can find the speed of the object. Okay, today we can see about measurement of distance. Okay, measurement of distance. So that distance already you have learned in 6th standard, isn't it? So distance means what? Length. So we are measure that distance in a length. The unit of length is meter. That is standard unit. Means international unit, international system unit. So that is SI unit. The standard unit of length. Distance means it is measured by length. It is meter. The standard unit of length is meter. So nowadays we have standard unit. So we are measure the distance means length. So that is using by meter. Okay. So before earlier people, they don't have like this standard unit. So they are using the body parts like cubit and yard and foot and also distance of the steps. So like that they are using that units to measure the distance. So cubit means like this. Nowadays also that a flower seller, they are using that measurement only. They are not using any meter, centimeter, kilometer like that, isn't it? So they are using like this, cubit, isn't it? So cubit means distance from the elbow to tip of the finger. So that is cubit. And also yard. Yard means this also nowadays we are using the distance from outstretched arm to their chin. So this measurement is yard. And also this is foot. So like this they are holding their hand and they will measure the distance. And also they are using their steps, distance of the steps. Like this, that early people or ancient people they are using. But that measurement is not equal for every person, isn't it? Anybody, their long means it takes long distance. So to avoid that means that the measurement will change for person to person. It is not same. So then they started SI unit. So international system unit. So basic on SI unit, the unit of length is meter. Okay. Also we are using centimeter, millimeter and kilometer. For short we are using, very small means we are using millimeter. So in the scale we can find that millimeter reading, isn't it? So between 1 centimeter, we can find 10 small lines. So that is millimeter and centimeter. Centimeter it is a bigger unit than millimeter. So in the scale 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, centimeter. And next one is meter and next is kilometer. So the standard unit of length is meter for large distance. So here to Bangalore, here to Delhi. So it is difficult to measure by meter. So for long distance or large distance, we are using kilometer. Okay. So you already know about this relationship, isn't it? 1 meter equal to how many centimeter? 10, 100 centimeter. And 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. And 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. Okay, so this is the relationship between meter, centimeter and kilometer. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. And Sanjana, off your video. And 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. The measurement of distance by meter and kilometer. Okay, for short distance we are using meter, and for long distance we are using kilometer. Then the measurement of time. Okay, so this is the measurement of time. So how can we measure the time? The measuring devices are, time measuring devices are clock and watch, isn't it? We are using clock and watch to measure the time. Okay, nowadays we are using clock and watch, but early people, how they can know about the time? How they knew about time? See, about time, they don't have any watch, but by seeing nature only, they can identify the what duration, if it is day, night, or which month. So that all they knew by the seeing nature only. For example, how they identify the day and night means when sunrise, so it is the day. When sun sets, it is the night. Like that, they are thinking day and night. And how they identify the month? So they identify month with the help of Amavasya and Purnima. Okay, one new moon to next full moon. That takes 15 days. So that is half month. Next one full moon to next new moon. 15 days. Totally new moon to full moon to new moon. So it takes 30 days. So like that they are think about the month. Okay, and the year also. So revolution of the earth around the sun, in that they are know about the year. So like that they are think about the time and all. But nowadays we are using what? Watch and clock. Okay, the device used for time is, how you measuring the time? By using the device watch and clock. Okay, so clock means we saw that pendulum clock, isn't it? So the periodic motion of the pendulum is used to measure the time in the clock. The periodic motion of pendulum. Yesterday I told about that periodic motion. So we know the pendulum clock also. So wall clock, some wall clock they have pendulum. So by counting that oscillation of the pendulum, the time will be showing in the clock. So the periodic motion of the pendulum is used to make a clock. Okay. So pendulum means So it has a long thread and it has a metallic ball. Okay, this is called bob. So this metallic ball is called bob. This is the bob of the pendulum. So how it is move the pendulum? So it is moving like this and like this. Again it will back like this, isn't it? So this is the one oscillation. So one oscillation of the pendulum means once it will come like this, it will move like this, again it will back like this. So it is the one oscillation of the pendulum. Okay, so in the rest point, then we are pull like this, it will go to this point, again it will come back. So this is the one oscillation of the pendulum. Okay. So this motion of the pendulum helps to make a clock. So this complete one oscillation is called time period of the pendulum. So one complete oscillation is called time period. Okay, for one complete oscillation, how much time is taken? So it is called time period. One complete oscillation. Okay, so one complete oscillation of the pendulum is called its time period. So it may be take some seconds, isn't it? 1 second or 2 seconds. So it is basic on how much long it will cover, how much distance it will cover. Okay, now we will see how to calculate the time period of the pendulum. Okay, so time period, how can you count me? So how many oscillations we are taking? For example, we are counting 10 oscillation means 10 times pendulum move like this, that is 10 oscillation. Okay, for 10 oscillation, so it may be 20 minutes, 20 seconds means. For 10 oscillations, it takes 20 seconds means the time period is total time taken by number of oscillations. Okay. So how much time period it is? 2 seconds. For one oscillation, it takes 2 seconds. If it is 30 oscillations means 30 oscillation, it may take 45 seconds. Okay. So time period, what is the time period? Total time taken 45 by number of oscillations 30. So much? 5 6 is 30, 5 9 is 45. 3 2 is 3 3 is 2 1 is 2, 1 remain 10, 2 5 is 10. So that is 1.5 seconds. So like that we have to count the time period. Okay. So nowadays in the watch we are using cell that works due to electricity, isn't it? So cell, it will produce electricity. Nowadays watch, clocks and all, they are work with the help of cell. So that watch or cells are called quartz. Okay, quartz watch. Quartz watch means that watch or a clock that works with one or more cells. So that all are called quartz watch. And that work with the pendulum means it is pendulum clock. Okay. So nowadays we are using that quartz only, isn't it? Quartz clock, quartz watch, like that only. So all clocks and watches works with the help of cell. So watch and clocks are work with the help of cell are called quartz watch or quartz clock. Okay. So measurement of distance, we are measuring distance by meter or kilometer. Okay. And measurement of time, so we are measuring time with the help of clock and watch. And that pendulum, the periodic motion of the pendulum is pendulum has been used to make clock and watch. So we can see the pendulum clock. Pendulum clock, it has a pendulum downside. So it will move and it will show the time. So one complete time, it will ring the bell also, that pendulum clock. And time period means the time taken by the pendulum to complete one oscillation. So to complete one oscillation, how much time this pendulum taken? It is called time period. So it is, and also it is one complete oscillation. Oscillation means this is O, A, B. A to B, again it has to come back A. Then it is called one complete oscillation. So that is the time period. Okay, here time period of simple pendulum they have given. So how can we calculate time period? Time period equal to total time taken for oscillation. Okay. Total time by number of oscillation. So here, for example, for 20 oscillation, takes 42 seconds. Okay, for 20 oscillations, it takes 42 seconds. So what is the time period? Time period, total time how much? 42 by number of oscillations, 20. 22s are 40, 2 remain, 21s are 20. So 2.1 seconds. Okay, like this, we can count the time period. So page number 147, they have given box, table, So you take 5 more examples and you can count the time period. Okay, so that is for homework. So they have given one reading 42. So like that you take extra 5. Okay, which number also you can take. So for one oscillation they have given 42 seconds. You can take that near number, near to the 42. It may be 40 or it may be 45, it may be 43. So the time taken for oscillation, it will be little change only. It will not change more, isn't it? So like this we are doing one time. We pull, little we pull means it take little less time. We take long distance means it take little more time. So here 42 they have given. You take near the 40. 42, 40, 41, 43, 45, like that. You take extra 5 reading and you can count this time period. Okay. Here time period for 20 oscillation means you have to divide by 20. For 30 oscillation means you have to divide by 30. So that is depending on number of oscillation. Okay. To do that. Okay, next. Units of time and speed. Unit of time and speed. So you already know, isn't it? What is the unit of time? The unit of time is second. Isn't it? So the time we are measuring unit by second. For also we are using hour, isn't it? For large unit we are using minute and also hour. Minute and hour. But the standard unit of time is second and it is, the symbol is yes. Okay. So and what is the unit of speed? Unit of speed. We know the speed formula. What is the formula for speed? Speed equal to total distance covered by total time. Isn't it? Okay. So basic on this formula only we are writing the unit. Distance covered. Distance you are measuring by which unit? So that is meter. By total time. Time unit of time is second. So the unit of speed is meter per second or meter divide second. So this we read meter per second. Okay. The unit of time is second and the unit of speed is meter per second. See here minute, hour, second. In this, it has a relationship like meter, kilometer, isn't it? 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. And 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. Okay. So this is using in So problems, while solving problems, this we have to use. So remember, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds and 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, next one table is there. Write down all of you. Distance moved and time taken by a moving ball. Okay, so name of the group. Distance moved. Time taken and speed. You have to calculate the speed. Okay, so first group A, distance moved. For example, if you throw one ball means it will move some distance, isn't it? So that is in meter. And this is in second. Okay, so distance moved by the ball. So how much distance the ball can move if you throw the ball means? Okay, it may be 5 meters, isn't it? 5 meter means that our school to maybe end of the ground, isn't it? It can move that much distance. So for that distance, how much time it can take? It may be 2 seconds. Okay, so we can calculate the speed. Speed is equal to distance moved by time. Okay, distance moved how much? 5. By time taken 2 seconds, isn't it? So 2 how much are 2 2s are 4, 1 remain, 2 5s are 10. So speed is 2.5 meter per second. Okay, for each second that ball moved 2.5 meters. So another group that throw the ball, so it may move 8 meters. Okay. So it taken 3 seconds. So what is the speed? 8 by 3. How much? 3 2s are 6. 2 remain 20, 3, 6, 18, 2 remain 20. So like that it will come. So 2.6 meter per second. Okay, another group, it may cover 4 meter and it also takes 2 seconds. So what is the speed? It is 2 meter per second, isn't it? So another group, so it may cover 10 meter. Okay, so it takes also 2 seconds. So if you throw the ball forcefully, it can cover long distance within short time, isn't it? So what is the speed? 5 meter per second. Okay, like that we can calculate the speed of the object. Okay, next. Here we know the formula speed, isn't it? Speed equal to total distance by time, total time, isn't it? So in the case, we don't know how much distance is covered, but we know the speed. Okay, in that case, we can calculate the distance covered by the object. So we can interchange that, isn't it? So distance covered means distance covered equal to cross multiplication speed into time, isn't it? So what is the, so here distance covered equal to speed into time. So we multiply the speed and time means we can get the total distance covered by the object. Okay. Solve it. Speed of an object is 80 kilometers per hour. Okay. It takes time 2 hours. Calculate the distance covered by the object. Okay, the speed of an object is 80 kilometers per hour and it takes 2 hours. Calculate the distance covered by the object. Okay, so distance covered by the object equal to speed into time. So you have to use this formula, distance covered equal to speed into time. Speed how much? 80 into time 2. 80 into 2, 160 kilometers. Isn't it? So like this, we know the speed means we can calculate the distance. Also, we can calculate the time also. Okay, how can we calculate the time? So again, we are using this formula only. So the cross multiplication, what it gives? Speed equal to distance covered or total distance by time, isn't it? So here cross multiplication, speed into time equal to distance. That is the formula for distance, isn't it? So this, by using this formula, we can find the distance. So we want the time. Time equal to distance by speed. Time equal to distance by speed. Okay. So in this example only, so here, how much distance it covered? 160 kilometers, isn't it? 160. And what is the speed? Speed of the object is 80. So 80 by 160 means 2. Time is equal to 2 hours. Okay. So by using this speed formula only, we can calculate the distance. Also, we can calculate the time. Okay, speed equal to distance divided by time, and distance is equal to speed into time, and time equal to distance by speed. Understood now? Okay, so homework, you solve that table, time period. Okay, time period for 20 oscillations. Page number 147. Time period for 20 oscillation you calculate. For 20 oscillation means total time by 20. Total time by 20. Okay. So this formula you keep in your mind. Main formula speed. Okay. Speed is equal to distance by time. So if you know this formula means you can exchange the formula. Okay. You can make the change. Speed is equal to distance by time. If you want distance means distance is equal to speed into time. If you want the time means time equal to distance by speed. Okay, so that time period for 20 oscillation you calculate it. And in the page number 150, page number 150, the table 13.4. So if it is possible means you solve it. Tomorrow I will do that. Speed in meter per second. Okay. So they given kilometer per hour. You have to convert that meter per second. So kilometer, the kilometer means how can we convert into meter? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So we have to multiply by 1000 and per second. Here second means hour, for hour 60 minutes, per second 60 minutes, and for hour 60 minutes, and for minute 60 seconds. So 2 times 60, 60, you have to multiply that. If it is possible, you solve it, or else tomorrow I will do. You try it, okay? Page number 150. And page number 147, you solve it. And the unit of time and speed, the unit of time is second and unit of speed is meter per second, because distance we are measuring by meter and speed we are measuring by second. Sorry, distance we are measuring by meter and the time we are measuring by second. So speed unit is meter per second. Okay, remaining tomorrow we can discuss.
Good afternoon, children. Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to each and everyone. Can you all hear me? And
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
good afternoon. Good afternoon to each and everyone once again. So yesterday we completed the 9th chapter. Today we are going to start new chapter. That is practical geometry. Practical means we have to draw some geometrical shapes. That is why it is called as a practical geometry. Chapter 10, practical geometry. So in practical geometry, no, before going to first exercise, no, I had no fridge and everything at my home, so I have not done any homework for that. Okay, so before I come to you, I have to practice them stepwise. I have to teach you. So first, no, we will go to 10.2 exercise. Then afterwards, no, we will come to 10.1. Okay, don't think that I am just jumping over the exercise. I will come back to the exercise 10.1. Okay, first we will go to 10.2 exercise. Those we are learning all these from 6th onwards. That is why no, without any homework I can teach them. Okay, so first 10.2. Before that, what is that notes? Construction of triangles. We have triangles here. Okay, construction of triangles. Construction of triangles is very easy. Notes, properties of triangles. You know some of these properties. First one is the sum of all the angles in a triangle is equal to how many degrees? Tell me. The sum of all the angles in a triangle is equal to always how many degrees? Tell me. Suppose this is a triangle. If I take the sum of all these three angles, what will be the total always? Somebody tell me. Let it be wrong or right. No problem.
180 degree.
180. This is very simple. You are learning this from 5th onwards only. 180 degree. Okay. Next. The sum of the length of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of third side. That means what? The sum of the lengths of any two sides. Suppose this is a triangle. Okay. The sum of any two sides. Suppose if I take these two sides, I take a total of these two sides. Okay. Of a triangle is greater than the length of third side. If I take the total of these two, it should be always be greater than this third side. Or if I take total of these two, the total or sum should be greater than these two. For example, if it is 5, 4 and 3 here. Okay. If I take a total of these two, 5 centimeter plus 4 centimeter equal to 9 centimeter. 9 centimeter should be greater than this third side. Okay, if I take these two, 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. 7 is again greater than the third side. Iveredu plus ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದೆ sides 7 centimeter ಬಂತು. ಈ 5 centimeter third side ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. Suppose if this is a 3 centimeter, okay, for example 3 plus 4 I will take, otherwise wait, so I take, it is 8 centimeter, okay. Now if I take total of 4 plus 3, these two sides, 1 2, 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. 7 is less than this third side, so it is not possible to draw a triangle. Triangle draw ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಥರ್ಡ್ 3 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ನಿಂತು ಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಇದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ 3 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. So always remember the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle should be greater than the third side. It take any two sides. Just now I explained everything. All of you understood or not? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ? Somebody saying something. Understood or not understood? The exterior angle of a triangle is equal in measure to the sum of interior opposite angles. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal in measure to the sum of interior opposite angles. Means, suppose this is a triangle and this is 70 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 80 degree. Total is how much? 80 plus 70 is 150, and this should be 50, 70, 80, 50.
180 degree.
7 plus 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, it is more. So 20 degree more means I will take here 40 degree, 120, here 60 degree. 60 plus 40 is 100, 80, 180. Always 180 should be there. When we take the sum of all the three angles of a triangle, it should be 180 only. So exterior angle means what here? Interior means these are all interior angles. Suppose this is the exterior angle, okay? So when you see this is on a straight line. Okay, this is angle 80 degree is a linear pair of this angle. Okay, on a straight line, when two angles are there, their sum will be always 180 degree. You learned in angles separately, we learned already. Or we can say that these two are linear pairs also, or these two are on the straight line. That means straight angle. So if this is 80, this will be 100 degree. So this is the exterior angle. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to, in measure to, the sum of interior opposite angle. Interior opposite means the interior angle of this angle is this one, and opposite are these two. When we take total of these two, it will be always 100 degree. Idu exterior angle, ಒಳಗಿನ angle opposite angles total ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇವು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನಾವು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. If I take 60 degree here, and this will be how many degrees? 120 degrees. Okay, 120 degree. So this is exterior angle of this angle, which is 60 degree, and opposite of this angle is these two. These should be total. These two angles total should be equal to this one. So 40 plus 680 is 120 degree. And same like this also. If you take here, the total of these angles will be this. For example, 40 here, 40 means this exterior angle will be how much? 140 degree. 140 plus 40 is 180. 180 means, so when we take the total of these two, it will be 140 only. You just see, 60 plus 80 is 140. So all of you understood now this one? ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? The exterior angle of a triangle is equal in measure to the sum of interior opposite angles. ಅವ ಏನಂತಾನೆ, ಹೊರಗಿನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಒಳಗಿನ ಇಂಟೀರಿಯರ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ಎಸ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮೀ. Okay. Nobody is answering, means you have all understood. I will rub it. Shall I rub? Are you getting my voice or not?
Yes, sir.
ತಿಳಿಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ ಡೌಟ್ ಅದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ರಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ ಇದು? ನಾನು ರಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾರು ಡೌಟ್ ಕೇಳಬಾರ್ದು. Now second notice. A triangle can be drawn if any one of the following sets of measurement are given. We can draw triangles only in some cases only. So what are those conditions required? First one, is 3 sides. 3 sides means what here? Yes. That means side. All the 3 sides should be given to us. If you want to draw any triangle, no, all the sides measurement should be given. So 1, 2, 3. That is why 3 sides he has given. Next, second one. Two sides and the angle between them. Two sides and angle between them. It means yes, A, yes. If he has given two sides and one angle in between them, then also we can construct a triangle. What does this mean? Side, angle, side. Here, side, side, side. Measurement of side will be given in centimeter, millimeter, whatever. Third, two angles and the side between them. That means A, S, A. That means even if we give two angles and measurement of one side, measurement of two angles and measurement of one side is given, then also it is possible to draw a triangle. And in case of right angle triangle, what he should do? The hypotenuse and leg in the case of a right angled triangle. In case of right angle triangle, no, right angle triangle, it looks like this. Suppose this is hypotenuse. This we are going to call leg. This is a base. This is leg. This is the hypotenuse, means this line is called as a hypotenuse. And leg, you know, this one. And this is base. Base andre kelage. Bottom line is called as a base. So all these are the conditions required or for drawing a triangle. So after this, let us go to exercise 10.2. 10.2. For this, no, you need geometrical box, all protector, compass, scale, pencils, and each and everything. If you want, you can practice with me, or later on you can practice. But you have to observe the steps. I will solve them. I will draw them on the board slowly. You have to observe the step. You also know, you learnt in 6th, I think, already. So first question, what he has given? Exercise 10.2. Question I have to write. Construct triangle XYZ in which xy is equal to 4.5 centimeters. Yz is equal to 5 centimeters and zx is equal to 6 centimeters. So when he asks you to draw all these measurements, you can take any one as a base. Now because base store new base andre this line. This line is base. You can draw 4.5 centimeter as a base, xy as a base, yz as a base, or zx as a base. Okay. You can take any measurement as a base or any side as a base. Here I have taken yz as a base. Yz means this one. You become easy to go exam easy to go ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕಾದ ತಗೋರಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅದು 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಣೋದು ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಣೋದು ಹಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು ಅದು ಬಟ್ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೇಮ್ ನೀವು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬೇಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಹೀಗರಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು ಹಿಂಗರಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು ಹಿಂಗರಿ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ I have taken base this one. Okay, in your scale no you have centimeters, you have to take exact centimeter. This is not exact scale. What you have in your scale no, that is different. Here bigger these are not exact centimeters. We will take just a dummy scale. It is dummy andre niಮಗೆ ಕಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ 3 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ 4 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ 5 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ like that I will take. Okay, why? Because otherwise 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, I will take this one 1 centimeter. You have in your scale 0 to 1 is 1 centimeter. Actually it is 5 centimeter. Actual 5 centimeter it is. But I will take this 1 centimeter. Consider 1 centimeter. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಕ ನಾನು 5 centimeter ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನೂ ಕಾಣಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ. So first 5 centimeter he has given. I will take 0 to 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. You have to place your compass like this. One tip on the 5 centimeter and one tip on the 0 like this. You know very well 0 ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು 5 centimeter ತನಕ ನಿಮ್ದು ಎರಡು ಟಿಪ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. So this is no first otherwise a base no always draw with the help of scale only. Actually this is base no. Yes, base I will take. Base ನೀವು scale ನೇ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಬರೆ. No need of that compass. 1 2 3 4 5 centimeter. Okay, not actual 5 centimeter. This is I will name it as a YZ or ZY, whatever you name it, 5 centimeter. Next, in my notebook I have taken YZ. I will write YZ only I have taken. Next, with the help of this protractor now, you can draw any one first, this or this one. XY 4.5 centimeters. Here 0 to 1 2 3 4 4 here, 5 means exactly half. You have in your scale there is a long line which shows half. So 1 2 3 4 4.5 means I will take this much, exactly half. Like this you have to measure 4.5. Then xy he told no, Y is here, X will be here. So XY it is. So you have to draw an arc. Then ZX means Z and X will be here. Is equal to 6 centimeters. 6 centimeter means I will take here. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Zero to 6. Both the tips should be one tip on the 0, another tip should be on the 6 in your scale. Okay, wait. These chalk pieces are not fitting. Just 1 minute. Once again, 6 centimeters. I have taken the radius of 6 centimeters. This one. I have to make sure that this arc should cut. This first arc should cut the. This arc should be cut by the present arc. You should make sure that ಈ ಆರ್ಕ್ ಮದ್ದಿನ ಆರ್ಕಿ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆರ್ಕ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then you place a point here. This point is nothing but X. This is X. Okay. Now you join with the help of scale. You have to join this one. Y, X. Then X, Z or ZX. So this one X, Y is equal to 4.5 centimeter. This we have written already 5 centimeter. This is 6 centimeter. And name X, Y, Z. You have to name the triangle X, Y, Z. All of you are understanding or not? If you want me to teach that one once again, I will teach. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next one is we have to write steps also here. Steps. What steps we have to write here? First, what you have done? You have drawn a line segment X, Y, Z. Sorry. Draw a line segment YZ is equal to 5 centimeter. Next, what you have done? Either from here or from here you can write first. Okay. Bekandre adu first kari. From point Z or from point Y you can write. Okay. With Y as a center or with Y as center. Draw an arc. Arc with radius. Radius how much? 4.5 centimeter only. Then next step, what you are going to write? Third one. Same with point with y as the center. With y as the center, draw an arc. With radius. With radius how much? 6 centimeter. You have to write so that the first arc, the second arc should cut the second arc. Okay, you can write here so that in such that first arc intersect the second arc. Then fourth step, what you have to then join YX and ZX. These are the steps you require to write. They are very simple. You can write in your own language. I have written in my own language. You can write in your own language, but you have to write correctly. If any grammar mistake is there, no problem, but steps should be correct. Okay? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ steps ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Only if it carries only 1 mark, no, you have to draw just this much, 1 or 1.5. Okay? If it carries 2 or 3 marks, no, you have to write steps also for each and every construction. Okay? Next, second one. Construct an equilateral triangle of 5.5 centimeter, he is saying. Construct an equilateral triangle of side 5.5 centimeter. He has not named the triangle. No, you can name any way you like, ABC or XYZ, PQR, whatever name you want to give. No, you can give the name to that particular triangle. So for this also, no, you require scale and compass. He has told 5.5 on your scale, 0 from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeter, and midway, no, there is a long line in your scale. Up to that you have to draw. So 5.5, I will take the base line, 5.5 centimeter from here. 5.5. I have taken base line. Next, all sides equal means we will take the radius. This is, if you want, you can take 5.5 here only, or That is also 5.5 centimeter only. No, you just measure 5.5 centimeter. This one only. Idir equal irtave ella side. Andre idirde radius togbodu. From here you draw an arc. From here also same, with the same radius you draw one more arc and make sure that both intersect, this and this. Now place a point here. Can you see these arcs or not? Now this is the intersection point. Then you join them. Join with the help of scale. This is equilateral triangle. Equilateral means all sides are equal. So I will name this as a P, Q, R. You can name it ABCD, XYZ, whatever name you want, you can give. So this is 5.5 centimeter. This is also 5.5 centimeter. So we have drawn equilateral triangle. You need to write a step. If question is marks carried by it is 2 or more than 2, you can take like this. I have taken here draw. I have taken PQR, no. First step, draw a line segment. Line segment QR is equal to 5.5 centimeter. Then second step, what you have to write? With the Q or R, whatever first, with the Q as a center, draw an arc with radius 5.5 centimeters. You have to draw an arc with radius 5.5 centimeters. I have taken Q only, no, there, huh? Yes. Next, third step, with R as a center, draw an arc with radius 5.5 centimeter, and in bracket what you have write, such that you can write here both arcs should intersect. Intersect. Both means first arc and second arc. At point P. Point P hatra intersect agonga avaka draw ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then join point Q, P and R, P. You will have a triangle. Okay. So all of you, I think all of you understood. Steps you can write in your own words, but construction of triangle should be correct. If you don't construct triangle correctly, you will lose marks. Steps, no, you can write in any language you have to write. You can write. Okay. So thank you. We shall stop here only. So see you tomorrow. You just try next two problems. Another two are there. You try them at home yourself. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Have a nice day, sir.
Bye, sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Bye, sir. Have a nice day.